Putin shocked. Ukraine's Himars attack destroys Russia's deadly 2S-7 heavy artillery system. Video shared on social media purportedly shows Ukraine's armed forces striking a high-value Russian target using the US-supplied high-mobility artillery rocket system, Himars. Ukrainian Himars strike sending a Russian Giatsint-S artillery system into the underworld, posted the X, formerly Twitter, pro-Ukrainian account of war is translated, which shares video and reports about the conflict next to the clip. The 37-second drone footage gives an aerial view of the target in a field surrounded by trees being blown up and smoke billowing into the sky. Before the blast, soldiers can be seen running away from the site, which the X account of Neon Handrail geolocated to Novokrasnyanka in Ukraine's Luhansk Oblast. The pro-Ukrainian Telegram channel Myzygan posted the video, adding that the destruction was caused by tungsten carbide balls fired by the Himars. That worked out very nicely, added the post, according to a translation. Media has been unable to verify the authenticity of the video, which as of Tuesday had been viewed over 100,000 times. Media has contacted the Russian Defense Ministry by email for comment. First produced in 1976, the Giatsint-S can hit targets at longer ranges and at a higher rate of fire than the more widely produced 2S-3 Akatsiya 152mm self-propelled gun. It can carry 30 152mm rounds with a range of up to 20 miles and can fire cluster, smoke, and nuclear projectiles. It is used by both the Ukrainian and Russian armies. Since the start of Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Russia had lost 41 of the artillery systems, according to the website Oryx, which uses open sources to track losses on both sides in the war. The footage has emerged as the US is set to send Ukraine another missile system, which Kyiv hopes will make a difference on the battlefield. Doug Bush, the Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Military for Acquisition, Logistics, and Technology, said that the military is ready to send some of its long-range Army Tactical Missile Systems, ATACMS, armed with cluster munitions. He told Bloomberg that the U.S. military has been postured for this eventuality for a while, and that we're ready when and if the president decides to do this. Cluster-armed ATACMS have a range of up to 190 miles and can carry up to 950 cluster munitions, which would boost Ukraine's capabilities in the counteroffensive that they have been undertaking since around June 4th. During Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's visit to Washington last month, President Joe Biden announced a further tranche of military support for Kyiv. The missile, with both unitary and cluster munition warheads, would allow Ukrainian forces to reach well beyond the range of the Western-made cruise missiles and rocket artillery. They already have to strike valuable targets, such as Russian air bases. But hitting them will require timely intelligence and precise targeting, experts say. After months of declining Ukraine's requests, President Joe Biden reportedly told President Volodymyr Zelensky that he was willing to send ATACMS, as the missile is known, at a meeting in Washington, D.C. last month. There has not been a formal announcement, but Doug Bush, the U.S. Army's Assistant Secretary for Acquisition, told Bloomberg this week that the missiles to be sent have been identified and that officials were ready when and if Biden approves. U.S. officials have cited concern about depleting the U.S.'s own ATACMS stockpile as a reason not to send it to Ukraine. But the decision to provide cluster munitions earlier this year expanded the range of ATACMS warheads that could be provided and is seen as reducing that concern. Depending on the model, cluster warhead ATACMS carry 300 to 950 anti-personnel and anti-material bomblets and have a range of roughly 15 miles to 186 miles. ATACMS with unitary warheads have similar ranges, according to the Army's weapons guide. The missiles all have inertial guidance, aided by GPS. The fact that ATACMS can be fired from Himars launchers and M270 multiple launch rocket systems that Ukraine already has means the missiles will complement Ukraine's other strike assets and allow them to be much more distributed and much more resilient and survivable. Michael Kaufman, a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, said on a September 28th episode of the War on the Rocks podcast. ATACMS will definitely put in danger Russian forward helicopter operating bases and those that are known to be operating from cities like Berdyansk, Kaufman added. It can target assembly areas, any significant concentrations of troops, and a host of time-sensitive targets.